We're about to witness the top 10 surprising wedding traditions in the world. Some of them you have never heard of before. What's happening, FTD Facts family? Roy Kenton here. Let's jump into this one. The tradition at number 10 leads us to kidnapping the bride. So over in Roma culture, there is a tradition where a man kidnaps the woman that he wants to marry. Don't worry, it's not like real kidnapping or anything. With the assistance of his friends, the groom-to-be playfully abducts his bride and brings her to his home. So it's all part of like this whole fun ritual. And then afterwards, there are negotiations between the families to discuss the wedding arrangements and to just make sure that everybody is on board and on the same page. And then once everything is settled, a joyous wedding celebration takes place to commemorate the union of the couple. So yeah, it's definitely a very interesting and unique tradition that adds a little bit of excitement and cultural richness to Roma weddings. The tradition at the number 9 spot is called blackening. In certain parts of Scotland, like Orkney Islands, Fife, Aberdeenshire, as well as Angus, there's a peculiar tradition called blackening that grooms and brides-to-be have to go through. This tradition usually happens the day before the wedding and involves the friends of the soon-to-be wed couple grabbing them and covering them in a sticky mixture of treacle, soot, feathers, as well as flour. Now, they then make a noisy procession through the streets. And according to the University of the Highlands and Islands in Inverness, this tradition is believed to keep away evil spirits. From there, let's move on to the tradition at number 8. This is the crying ritual. Weddings, of course, are filled with a whole lot of different emotions, and in certain parts of China, crying is actually a required part of the wedding preparation. So check it out. A month before the wedding day, Tuja brides, they spend 1 hour crying every single day. And then after 10 days, the bride's mother joins her in the crying ritual. And then 10 days after that, the bride's grandmother also joins in. Eventually, other female family members join in this whole chorus of tears and crying. And this tradition called Zutang in the western Sichuan province is believed to have originated during China's Warring States era. Legend has it that it began when the mother of a Xiao princess couldn't hold back her tears on her daughter's wedding day. Coming down to the number 7 spot, everyone kiss the bride. So we all know that most Western weddings, the phrase of "you may now kiss the bride" is a special moment when the couple seals their vows with a kiss. However, over in Sweden, the kissing tradition goes a step further. During the wedding reception, if the groom happens to leave the room, the male guests from the bride's side are allowed to give her a kiss. Similarly, if the bride leaves the party, female guests can approach the groom for a kiss. Now, it's definitely a unique tradition that adds some fun and playful moments to Swedish weddings. But yeah, it's not like every single person from all sides of the family can kiss, but it's still pretty strange nonetheless. Now for number 6, no bathrooms. The Tidong community in Indonesia, specifically in Western Kalimantan on the islands of Borneo, has a special wedding tradition known as no bathroom for 3 nights. This tradition involves the couple being confined to their house while their family and friends cover them in a mixture of rice, flour, and ash. Now, this symbolic act represents their transition from being single to being married. And during these 3 days, the bride and groom are not allowed to use the bathroom. The belief behind this tradition is that facing this challenge together will actually strengthen their bond and lay a solid foundation for their marriage going forward. Once the 3rd day arrives, then the couple is finally allowed to wash up and change, signifying the end of the ritual and the start of their new life together. The next tradition at number 5 is the groom's feet getting beaten. Okay, so in certain parts of South Korea, there's a tradition where grooms cannot leave their new wives until their feet have been beaten. After the wedding ceremony, the groom's friends or family members take off his shoes and tie his ankles with rope. Then what they do is they take turns gently beating his feet with a stick or sometimes even a dried fish. It may seem strange, but it actually is seen as a lighthearted and enjoyable part of the day. So don't worry, the groom is not being tortured at all. But this ritual is meant to test the groom's strength and character, but fortunately, it doesn't last for a very long time. From there, let's take a look at the goose for the bride. When it comes to wedding gifts, most newlyweds receive home accessories or money to start their new life together. However, in Korea, there is a very unique tradition. On their wedding day, brides and grooms exchange wooden geese and ducks as a symbol of their commitment to each other. Now, in the past, grooms even presented wild geese or ducks to their new mothers-in-law. These monogamous birds carry a special meaning, representing the groom's pure intentions and unwavering loyalty to his bride. It's a beautiful way to express their devotion on this special day. Yeah, it's very unique too. Coming down to the number 3 spot, whale tooth. This is a very interesting tradition. Over in Fiji, when a groom seeks permission to marry a bride, it is customary for him and his family to present the bride's father with a unique gift. And that gift is a sperm whale's tooth. This tradition, although more prevalent in rural areas, is observed all throughout Fiji. The tooth holds great significance and is called a tabua, which means sacred in the Fijian language. The tabua represents a symbol of respect and reverence, demonstrating the groom's deep respect for the bride's family and his sincere intentions to enter into the sacred union of marriage. It is a cherished tradition that highlights the cultural values and traditions of Fijian society. In at the number 2 spot, let's talk about trashing the dress. The cost of an average wedding dress for an American bride is around $1,200 and up. And this is excluding designer options or alterations. And considering this, intentionally ruining a wedding dress after the wedding might sound very strange and odd. Shouldn't a wedding dress be cherished as an heirloom passed down through generations or something? Well, some brides think differently. They believe that the dress should be completely trashed to the point where it can never be worn again. And guess what? They capture some amazing photos in the process. The trend actually originated in Las Vegas, Nevada, and involves a unique style of photography. These photo shoots may involve mud, fire, paint, or any creative way to alter the fabric, all in pursuit of capturing stunning, unconventional images. Coming down to number 1 in this episode, marriage spitting. During the weddings of the Maasai people in Kenya, it is customary for the father of the bride to spit on his daughter's head and breasts before she goes with her new husband. Now, this might sound very strange and disrespectful to some cultures, but it actually has a meaning within Maasai culture. In their culture, spitting is considered a symbol of good luck and fortune. Spitting is also seen in other aspects of Maasai culture. For example, Maasai tribesmen, they will spit on their hands before shaking hands with elders as a sign of respect. Additionally, it is a tradition to spit on newborn Maasai babies to protect them from all forms of bad luck. And there you have it, guys. This was a look at 10 of the most surprising wedding traditions in the world. Let me know in the comment section which of these just completely surprised you, that you've never heard of them before. And if you made it this far in this episode, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. And if this is your first time joining us here in FTD Facts, subscribe and ring the bell. That way you won't miss any of our daily uploads. Until next time, stay awesome, stay educated, and I'll see you soon.